Hello, Simon.
Hi, Berta. Hi.
It's good to see you.
And you. Nice to be back in Hamburg.
Yeah. I have a few questions for you.
Yeah, sure.
You've been a teacher and teacher trainer for 30 years. What do you think makes a good teacher?
Well, for me, teaching is a profession, it's a craft, and it's essential that any language teacher worth their name has to have formal training in order to do it well.
Okay.
That's the most important thing.
So training is very important. I imagine you've seen many trained and untrained teachers. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different teachers in a lot of different countries, and unfortunately, a lot of schools still advertise their leading brand, if you like, as native speakers. And in my experience, most of these native speakers are not trained. Mm-hmm. They happen to speak English and other languages too, but they learnt the language when they were babies. So it's a different way of learning. And really they can speak the language, but they've got no idea how to teach it. Mm-hmm. And I think this is really dangerous and a type of sort of linguistic imperialism, because alternatively I've seen a lot of non-native speakers teaching English, mm-hmm. especially, who are trained and they also know a lot more about the language, mm-hmm. because they've learnt the language and so they understand the students' problems. They often speak the students' mother tongue and understand the connection or lack of connection between the languages. And for me, honestly, they make more effective teachers. Of course, trained native speakers are good as well, but they must be trained.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And what kind of training do they need?
Well, there's well-known courses for beginner teachers who want to enter the profession. There's the Cambridge CELTA course, mm-hmm. and there's the Trinity certificate, and then later on there's diploma courses. Mm-hmm. But the minimum really is something like CELTA, or a good in-service training system like the Verein here, mm-hmm. provides. Mm-hmm. But also the training must be ongoing. Yep. We say in English, continual professional development.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we're doing here.
It is.
Many teachers say they have a lot of experience, but they have no training. What do you think of that?
Well, of course, there are some people who are born teachers. They're sort of natural, but they're few and far between. There's not many of them. Mm-hmm. And some people have years of experience of doing things wrong. Mm-hmm. And personally, as a trainer, they're often the most difficult people to train because they've got to break the habit of a lifetime. So, unfortunately, quite often experience, untrained experience, it gives confidence to be in front of a group, but it doesn't offer you technical security. Mm.
So, in your opinion, trained teachers and non-native speakers are a good combination, aren't they?
But I would like to see more non-native speakers, for example here in Germany, who speak good English, who are trained, who understand the needs of the students. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see more of them offered work, because I think they make very, very good teachers. For example, to be quite honest, I've seen you teach, you've seen me teach, and I think you make a far better teacher for these people than I do, because of my lack of German. That's the honest truth.
Mm-hmm. I think not many schools share this opinion. It's really good to hear that.
No, and I think this is what makes the Verein different, that we, of course, look for people with initial qualifications.
We do.
But if people are willing to take up training, the Verein supplies observation of classes, supportive feedback, and in-service seminars. It supplies a way into becoming a better professional. And also the emphasis of the teaching here is on communication and getting the students to produce the language. Mm-hmm. And I've worked in several places in Germany, and there's nowhere I know that does more in-service training than here. So if you're a teacher, there's no apartheid against you for not being a native speaker. You're welcome if you are a native speaker, and if you're not, as long as your English or Spanish or Italian is good enough, but you must be willing to be trained. This helps you develop as a professional. But also, if you're a student, you know your teachers are trained and constantly developing, so you know you're going to get high quality product as a student. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you very much, Simon.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.